morning and welcome to Sports Recap on Hills TV. I am Memo Cynthia, and of course with me here is
Daniel Obasi.
Welcome. Quickly starting with the local scene, we see that in the world of athletics, we see ahead of the 2022 World Athletics Championship, the AFN Athletics Federation of Nigeria has released the list of 22 men that will represent the country in Oregon, United States. Expectedly topping the list are Toby Amusan, Ese Brume, both who will be hoping to clinch medals in their different games, having missed out in Doha 4 years ago.
Of course, a good one for me. A good one for me. I look at the fact that these are athletes who have actually proven themselves. They went to the African Championship. They made their mark. They went to the trials in Benin City, and of course, they also made their mark. Like I said, Toby Amusan is one I'm looking out for. Inekwechi didn't actually get it right in the last Olympics, but here he is yet another time to prove his worth to every Nigerian, and of course, every other person, the debutant who is also a record holder. Talking about Nathaniel also. Yes, part of it. So I think a lot. We're expecting a lot when the competition starts in July 15th.
Okay, so would you say that they have prepared well for this?
Yes, I think they have prepared well. Like I said, the African Championship, they did extremely well. Every of these athletes did extremely well during the African Championship, and then they went on to Benin City. It just didn't end there. That is why I said kudos to the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. They just didn't say, okay, fine, after the African Championship, let it be done and dusted. But they came back to Benin City, and of course, the trials are those who were not fit would not be part of this list. So kudos to the AFN and congratulations to these athletes as they go down there to the Commonwealth Games.
All right, still on the local scene, where the Nigerian Football League body, League Management Company, LMC, has ordered remaining fixtures of the 2021-2022 to be played simultaneously across all centers due to fairness and equity in the league. It was issued by the Chief Operating Officer, Sahilu Abubakar, stating that in pursuance of the league body on fair play and equity, we may please ensure that all logistics are put in place for seamless conclusion of the season. About this, is this a good step towards an MPF for Nigerian Professional Football League?
For me, the season kind of ended a long time ago because we already seen players already transfer going to another club entirely when this league has not ended. But I think it's still more like what we see also outside the shores of Africa, even in Europe. The last days are always they play all the games together. Exactly. And also, not even surprised because sometimes ago we also see, even in the midweek, we also see matches being played, or through 10 matches being played by 4 p.m. and all of that. So I think this is a good call. But the question, and also in a bid to make sure that we can get people who will represent us on the continental scene, are talking about the CAF Confederation Cup and also have the CAF Champions League, and then those who will also join MFM in the relegation zones. All
right, a good step towards Nigerian Professional Football League, and still in Africa, where we have Morocco and Senegal are the first two nations to pick the quarterfinal tickets at the ongoing African Women's Nations Cup. Coca Falls late-minute penalty handed Senegal maximum points against Burkina Faso and also qualified them for the quarterfinal for the first time in their history. All right, so what do you think about the ALCON, African Women's League?
I think for me, it's something, a good call. But yesterday was controversies. The penalty given to Morocco, it wasn't the penalty. Even the second yellow card was issued, and then most people, a school of thought, were of the fact that they wanted, Morocco to call because they were the host and all. But for me, I think that penalty wasn't the penalty. The VAR confirmed the referee wasn't supposed to be. The yellow card, second yellow card, wasn't supposed to be, but whichever way, they are through to the quarterfinals, and I think CAF and the officiators can do better.
Okay, for Nigeria, where do you see us going? We lost to South Africa 2-1. That was a very shocking win. Seeing Nigeria wardrooms women not getting that win, and of course gracing South Africa, the money that they promised them is going to happen.
Motivation is working. You can say the motivation is actually working well, but I do not see Randy Wardrum and the ladies going anything short of not qualifying for the next stage. They are African champions, and of course they've won it for the past 9 times, so they are going for the 10th time. Don't also forget the last edition, they also lost their first game, first group game. Well, of course they went on to win the game.
Okay, but them winning it, is that inspiration what is making them not do their very best, because they know that they are almost 9-time winners?
Yes, 9-time. They're going for the 10th one now. So, but I think for me it's too much inclusion of having too many foreign-based players in the squad. That is the big issue that we are facing at the moment.
All right, Victor Moses, quickly down to the Russia side, where Victor Moses is back in Russia for pre-season after encountering a bit of delay. Former Nigerian Super Eagles winger Victor Moses has finally returned to Russia to join his club Spartak Moscow. Of course, we know that he was a former Chelsea attacker and was once one of the foreign players that remained in Russia Premier League after FIFA permitted foreign players to suspend their contracts due to the invasion in Ukraine.
Good news to him. That is just what I would say. Good news. This is someone who did well for us even at the last World Cup before he's retired from national football and all of that. Now it's a good one. We know the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and of course most players been affected. He would have actually gone to I think Stoke City, if I'm not mistaken, but that deal didn't fall through. But now he's back to Russia and of course continue doing what he knows how to do best.
All right, still on the local scene, a lot of Nigerians doing us very proud as we see Aribo rejects new Rangers contract. Yes, shocking one to see Joe Aribo wants to leave Glasgow Rangers, and of course Aribo along with Alfredo, Jack and Ryan Kent will depart the Gas for nothing next summer as things stands. The Nigerian is in the final year of his deal at Ibrox and is attracting interest from several English Premier League clubs like Southampton, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest and Fulham. He started well, and of course he was the nominee up for the Player of the Year in Rangers Scottish League. Is it time for him to leave?
I think with the departure of Gerrard, I began to see him leaving the club. Because it was Gerrard who brought out the best in Aribo, no doubt about that. But
so why is Gerrard not looking for him in Aston Villa?
That is the big question, and then the prize money being placed on him, £8 million, is kind of dicey, and most of these clubs are not really to go all out for him. Now that is why you see the likes of Crystal Palace, Southampton coming out for him. But like you asked, if it's the right mood for him to move at this time, I think he has made his mark in the Scottish League, and I think he wants to look at a different new challenge and also be on the world map when it comes to club football.
All right, quickly straight to the international scene where Cameron Norrie beats David Goffin to reach Wimbledon's semi-finals. Yes, in tennis, Britain's Cameron Norrie has reached the finals in a memorable 5-set thriller which left home fans celebrating jubilantly. 9-seed Norrie 26 battled hard to secure a 3-6, 7-5, 2-6, 6-3, 7-5 win against unseeded Belgian Goffin. Of course, his name was chanted around the court. He was overcome with emotions. Of
course, he had to. And I think everyone down there would be clouded with emotions, knowing fully well that the likes of Raducanu is out, the likes of even Ademuri is also out for the British side. But of course, this is a man who is pushing the stud for them, talking about flying the British flag for them in the Wimbledon. So I think all of those emotions laid bare yesterday was fantastic. But the question is, can he move forward to the next phase of this competition?
Yes, and that phase is meeting. He's meeting the Novak Djokovic on Friday. Can he pass through Novak Djokovic?
Yeah, I know the answer.
All right, straight to boxing where Joshua, blames team for Usyk loss. Ex-heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua has admitted he thought he was winning in his first fight against Alexander Usyk because his team didn't give him information that pointed otherwise. This led to AJ's decision to cut ties with Rob McCracken and the rest of his training team after they failed to tell him he was losing to Usyk.
I don't understand this. Even him that was receiving the punches, did he know he was losing?
No, sometimes you don't know. You think the way you think it's the way they
the points.
The punches you get, it has its own point. It's up to your coach to tell you you're doing very badly, you are doing well.
Okay. Now let's ask. Okay, now fine and good. Yes, like I said, the coaches, his past trainers, like I said, I've always said, did not do him any justice in terms of the fact that it was always on the defense. AJ go on the defense
and get for they were waiting for that one through point.
Yes, and the knockout and all of that, which never came against the Usyk side because Usyk wasn't giving him that space to and definitely just keep the face and let him get the knockout. But for me, like I said, it's a new phase for him. Yes, those excuses have gone. Let's see what happens in the next the rematch between Usyk and also Anthony Joshua.
All right, straight to the round leather game where Spain midfielder Alexis Putellas ruled out of Euro 2022 with anterior cruciate ligament injury. Sad one to see that Spain will be without Ballon d'Or winning midfielder Alexia Putellas for Euro 2022 after she suffered an anterior cruciate ligament ACL injury on the eve of the tournament. This is one woman that has proved football, women football to be easy.
Very easy, just like the Messi, just like the Messi of I could remember the days where we had the likes of Mata, the Ronaldinho, all those times in women's football. But it's really a sad time. It's really a sad one for her. She won the FIFA Women's Player in 2021.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a whole big loss for the Spain women national team. And this year's Euro promises to be amazing, just like what we're seeing in the African scene for the women as well. So it promises to be an amazing one. But of course, she will not be there to represent her own love, our country.
We also see Christopher Galtier has been named Paris Saint-Germain manager immediately after Mauricio Pochettino's departure, and Garcia has signed a 2-year deal with summer of 2024. He left Nice, and he has told Neymar that he needs him in his team.
The truth is, Pochettino, we know he left long before that. Now the question is not getting a Garcia taking up in PSG side. I do not know what they are looking for. I don't think they are looking for Champions League any longer. Okay,
he said he doesn't know if they're looking for Champions League, but of course, Neymar is still in PSG with Kylian Mbappe and Messi and Sergio Ramos. Let's see how they go next season. That's the much we can take on Sports Recap. Remember to follow us on Hills TV, Instagram, across our social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. My name is Bemo Cynthia Asoya.
And I am Daniel Obafin.
Thank you for watching.